actually learn from learning. Aww. Hello, welcome to Learning. So, honor to this class, we are going to be looking at how we can write effective essays. Now, writing is like a word, it's something that is really important. Wherever you find yourself into, whether you're at school, your workplace, whatever, you think you're in the market square, you don't need to write or whatever, you need this in all areas of your life. So, let's head on to the board. How to write effective essays. How can we make our writing come out effective, perfect, strong? So we are going to be starting with ask question. Alright, so the number one way that we can write effectively is by asking questions. Yes, you have a topic to write on, okay? And you're like, how am I going to get this thing all out? How do I do it? How am I going to do it? Now, how about you just calm down and put whatever it is you're being asked to write on a question? Like you want to write about a boy or a girl, or you want to write on the differences between a boy and a girl, or you want to compare which of the kids in the house is really smarter. Look at this. Who is the smartest, the boy or the girl? Imagine you have a child in the house. You have a boy, you have a girl, and who's the smartest among these two kids? Is it Henry? Is it Laura? Alright, so now crafting out that question will make you come out with better essay. Ask a question and then you write about it. And now once you have asked that question and you're writing about it, in English language, it's not just answering, it is called thesis. 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 Now, whatever it is, the outcome of what you've gotten from the question asked is the thesis. Alright? So now, it's not just a regular writing, it's a regular answer or no. No, it has to be strongly stated. Your thesis or your answer in this case has to be really stated. It has to give reason why this is like this and why it is like that. It doesn't just end there. We have the introduction. Now, you get a question, you come up with an answer that is the thesis, which is strong and stated, which is strongly stated, and you have to come up with an introduction. Every good book has an introduction. And it's from the introductory part of the book that you could tell how the book body will be. Now, if the introduction of any book is wholly out, it means therefore that the entire book wouldn't be interesting. So now we start with, and so if you are actually writing a book and then when you get to the introductory part, the book boils out. Oh man, you know what? I actually got a book, my precious hard-earned money. And when I flipped through the pages of this book, I got to the introductory part and I was bored out. That actually killed my interest to read that book, and that was the end of the read. So your introductory part has to be really strong and catchy. Now, remember here we have the thesis, which is the answer that you've gotten from the question you ask yourself. Put yourself in your reader's shoe because they'll actually want a particular problem to be answered. So sum it up in like a question and then give them the thesis. And then when it comes to the introductory part has to be stronger idea to back up the thesis. Alright? So now to get this out to the introductory level, you have to get other very stronger ideas. You put it up to the introductory part of it and then it becomes great because that is every point. That is the first read. Alright, you want to go through the introductory part of the book to see how lovely, amazing, or how boring the book is. Now let's get on to the almighty book body. That's the body. And now this body has to do with your 1, 2, 3. You've gotten out point and then you're bringing it home in a bulk and then putting it in the whole body. This is where you are actually talking about what the big guy is. This is this and this is that. This is why all of these ideas should come here as a bigger guy. And not just a regular book body, there has to be a proof of what you're writing about, which is the main reason. There has to be a proof, which is the main reason. So this probably could be, when I mean the 3, like the main reason, which is the 3, yeah, it's not just 1, 2, 3. It has to be something powerful. Point, point, point. So that's what I mean over there. And then under the body, there should be what is called a supporting idea. What is it that could convince me that whatever you've written in your book is actually true? This is where your supporting idea comes in. What is that thing that is so intriguing about your writing? Why should anybody go for this writing of yours? What makes it supercharged is the supporting ideas. So you have your proof, the main reason of your book. What are you writing about? Why should I believe in this, your idea? What is it that makes it really, really ideal for me to read or to listen to? So let's move to the 4th one, the final, which is the conclusion. Now, the conclusion of your writing or book should be based on the proof that you've gathered so far. Now, if you were on a debate and be like, with this and this, I can assure you, or I have been able to convince you that this is true, this is right, that the boy is smarter or that the girl is smarter, that you have to read this book, that these ideas are authentic, that these are, backed up with research or whatsoever the case may be, or your conclusion has to, be based on the proof and your supporting ideas, things that you've gathered so far. Now, why should I know that, or why should I believe in your ideas? Imagine you have a friend who's always a jerk and walks up to you to say, hey, I got this, and look at this, can you believe this? And then for you, knowing the fact that this person is always such a jerk, and then you need some kind of a proof, you need a main reason, you need that supporting, he needs to give you a supporting idea, and you need the proof and reasons to believe in whatsoever he or she is saying. All right, so we'll call it the end of the class, but before that, let's just do a quickly recap of all that we have learned so far. And let's start with how to write effective essays. You should ask questions, smart questions. Thesis. Your thesis should be strongly stated, and there should be something that people would actually love to read. And then you get to the introduction. Now, I'll always emphasize on this introduction, right? Don't make your introduction bored. Okay, now, let me just show you a little play here. Alright, you know what? Let's make a scene right now about the introductory part, the introduction that we talked about here. So I am the girl, and the guy walked up to me and be like, hey, how are you? Can we hang out? Ew, like, I wouldn't even talk to the guy. Like, that was awful introduction. And listen to this. This is me. Hey, I am Precious from Learn Inc. I teach English in Nigeria. Would you love to see some English videos? Would you love to learn English with me? Sure, I will. You see, the person just accepted, and then want to see what I'm doing. The introduction has to be really catchy, you know what I mean? So you book your body and your conclusion. Your book body should have a proof, should have a reason why you're saying that. You should have a strong supporting ideas. Why is this thing so? Why is this thing so? So all that should be an effective essay or an effective book. Every book that a good read, when somebody says, oh, this is a good read, it means that it has all of this intact. All right. So whenever you want to write something, you want to write essay, or you want to embark on your first book, you should actually put all of this in consideration and make sure you get a good grade. And it's gonna be my pleasure to have your book. You'll be like, oh my, this is amazing. So you actually learn from learning. Oh, that would be great. So we'll see